final round one in top 8 is going to be Santy versus Boomie. We don't actually know what Boomie's going to play. He's hovering on a bunch of different characters. I thought it was going to be the Jae-Yun, but it looks like it's going to be an Undertaker, this Thor pick coming out for Boomie. We've seen him put a lot of work into Petra in the past, so he has an orb. We've seen his hammer in the past. At one point, he was my favorite hammer player of all time. We haven't seen it in a while. A Cassidy from him every now and then, but an Undertaker. Interesting pick from Boomie coming into this.
Definitely an interesting pick, seeing that now he's going against a character that we also seen him play, which is that Petra. So it's just like he should know the tricks of the trade here. And yeah, I mean, as I had talked about, man, the last, I think the 2019 BCX, or not BCX, but the 2019 DreamHack I did over in Sweden, that one had a lot of Thor play. So I mean, this character did.
Yeah, that was
its shine.
That was back when Thor was like the hottest hotness Thor has ever been. A very strong character. I think still arguably a strong character, but a lot of players have kind of strayed away. And with this sort of new Rise and Orb play, it hasn't gone over to the Undertaker. It's gone to a lot of Petra.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, she does have some pretty sigs, great stats as well, but oh, there we go. Kicked him out of that. Try to get the recovery close to the ground, and unfortunately, I think that is going to cause you that stock. I like the idea of the Tiki recovery, though. Oh, man. A lot of damage on entry. Not sure what he was doing. You do get invincibility until you hit a button or until, like, time runs out. But so he must have hit a button as both of those weapons came down. Took both those hits and the neutral light.
Ooh, almost a perfect punish for Santy. He was just a little bit slow on it. There's the side air from Santy. He needs to clean up this kill, but he doesn't want to risk an offstage engagement against Boomie. There's the sidelight side air. Still not going to KO. That's one of the powers of Thor.
He's like, I'm not even sure if he's going to die here, but he finally loses that stock. Undertaker's going to be back yet again, though. He always rises.
Cannot kill the dead man. Ooh, beautiful signature reading the high option. Coming out from Santy, stomp side air. Is Boomie gonna clean this up? He makes it look so easy.
Yeah, bro. He's got Santy looking like he's playing in gold right now, man. That was a beautiful double bait, honestly. Same option too. He's like, you're gonna land here. I'm gonna do the side light down, or the down light side air. You're gonna land here, and I'm gonna do it again. So good stuff to him.
Oh, Boomie just juggling with these nairs. He is handling Santy. D-Sig as well. Is there going to be a weapon? Oh, Santy's just done. That game one did not go well for Santy.
Not at all. I mean, that was just straight up like destruction. We even got Sandstorm in the chat saying, nice job, Boomie.
Santy's saying that he's having some connection issues, so we're going to take just a moment while he resets everything. Gonna, of course, want Santy to play at his absolute peak going into this. It's tough to have at this point of the bracket, but of course, it's possibly an inevitability going into this. We'll see if he's able to fight back from it. It's Santy. We've seen him play so well in the past. Recent tournament placements, he's kind of honestly been hard stuck 7th. Here recently, Steel Series 7th, Low Tier City 7th, Summer 2020 7th, and right before that, a little bit of a rough placement outside of top 8 and 13th, but before that, Spring Championship inside of top 8, inside of top 7, coming in at 5th place. So he definitely has the potential to place really well in tournament.
All right. They've been chatting it up in here. I was like, yo, let me see that Jae-Yun though. Just see if I can see if I can motivate someone to do something here. I just want to see it because Jae-Yun's been out for quite some time now. We had a lot of time to
are gonna see it,
figure it out. But let's go. Let's go.
Santy's swapping over onto the Koji, and Boomie's just gonna run the Jae-Yun. We'll see what he's practiced with it. He has a stance selected on it. I don't know if he like pre-selected that or if he's already had it selected. It's just automatically that way because he's played Jae-Yun in the past. I mean, we'll see what happens. We're top 8 and we're getting a great sword. I don't know how this is gonna go.
Yeah, I mean, I really want to see how this great sword plays out in some high level. I've only seen it in low, and everyone literally spams like one combo finisher into like the up, just so they can be in the air at the end. But I want to see like what it's really like. If we even get some good gameplay in here, it's kind of getting danced around. However, we're starting to find some hits.
It seems like Boomie has some of the idea. He dropped like the grounded dare into the inlight, which is going to be a 1-frame. He ended up hitting a later one, but the first one, it seemed like his inlight was super slow. He went for the backup into the neutral signature rather than going for the 1-frame. I don't think the neutral signature would have killed there.
Okay, got the sword on deck though. Okay. What is this, Jay? Oh,
that thing is so good. That thing is so good.
His sticks cover a lot of space, like with like the dust throw or the all that good stuff. That covers a lot more space than you originally expected to. Ooh.
Ooh. The Boomie 3-piece, not normally an option that you see, finishing that with a gravity cancel neutral signature in the air as well.
Okay. Boomie finding something. Like, you got to notice that, like, yeah, even when you hit the ground, you can still get a combo off that depending on what you hit the ground with. So he's been coming down a lot with those down airs, and then turning that to a grounded combo. The power of the great sword.
Yeah,
that is a nice bow. I want that.
Grounded dare inlight is going to give you a 1-frame. Very solid option.
Okay,
gets the KO there using these signatures.
Liking the usage of this neutral layer too. There we go. So Koji, man,
yep.
Another one. I feel like another one of those solid characters. I don't really know if the sword is the play here. I feel like the bow might be more of the option to go for against the great sword, but maybe not. Okay. Almost had the mix up on that one. You saw him actually dash dash cancel after the second hit to try to get another string of combos.
He's starting to hit these sidelight D-lights more, which those have actually kind of a sizable gap. It's going to be like 3 to 4 frames.
Ooh. Would have been smooth if he was able to hit that. You saw the down air, and then I think he chased dodge down to go for a neutral air. Pop him back up, which most likely would have led into not going to be able to make that into a recovery after. But either way, definitely get to see some pretty cool stuff off of this Jae Young character. Also very hyped to see what the next one's going to be. Because I'm not really into the sword right now, but I do want great sword, something else that I'm into. GG.
For me saying in chat, that's all you get. You're going to get the one Jae Young game, and that's going to be it. Santy, maybe not familiar with how to play against that. He said 0 counterplay in the in-game chat. So he is not well versed in the matchup. He's going to swap off of the Koji onto an Asuri. He has a level 96 Asuri. This is one of the OG Santy picks.
Yeah, say it. When he says he plays this game, he means that. You know what I'm saying? I think my highest level right now is like 35. So these guys are popping off. Either way, here we are getting back into it. We got the we saw the Jae Young. He put it away. He's back to the Undertaker, and then we have the Asuri on the other side. Hopefully this level of knowledge for the Asuri carries over into this match. Ooh, I like the respectful start off right there.
Boomie is already up 2 games going into this, so this is kind of do or die here for Santy. He must have a lot of confidence in this Asuri. He has like a gigantic character pool. If you go back to what he was playing at Steel Series, he played a Petra, a Val, a Sentinel, a Brynn, a Ragnar. A couple weeks before that, low tier, he played Hattori, Asuri, Kaya, Val, Caspian. So a gigantic character pool that he plays in tournament. He must have the most confidence in this Asuri pick. Qatar's not very highly thought of in current meta, but he's going to take this first stock very confidently.
Yeah, that's not, I mean, as you were telling me, the Guitars really just kind of lost a lot of their luster because they don't seem to have like the combos that you would expect them to have. It's a fast weapon, you expect combos and stuff like that. But unfortunately, I feel like they have ways where they can be good. There's good position, especially with that how great that neutral air is and things like that. But it seems like there's just a lot of dodge windows, and you always have to be on top of things. And even when the dodge window is out, you still don't have like long guaranteed combos. So, ugh.
Stomp side air from Boomie to clean this one up. Going to be juggling his weapons. See what he sticks with. It's going to be the hammer. Santy back on the Katars. Boomie, nice little 3-piece there. Put some damage on the Santy. Almost even in this game. Boomie is in the orange. Santy still in the yellow. Neutral air going to bring Boomie a little bit further into the orange. D-Light into the down air. Not quite going to hit the down air. Boomie bringing Santy into the orange. Nice punish. Has Boomie in the red. Santy! I can't believe he got priority there.
And it's crazy, too, is that, like, you know, as we've been talking about the guitars, that has been his weapon of choice. Like, that's what he wants to play.
Oh, okay. Santy clean!
Wait a minute. Hey, I'm gonna keep the sword this time around. I'm surprised he didn't at least try to swap that out to get the weapon star going, but respectful Santy. Gonna be able to make it back to stage, find himself some damage too.
His GCD light on the sword to beat out the side signature from Boomie was beautiful, but his lead so far has largely been on the back of his guitars. Let's see what he has in the case of sword. There isn't a weapon spawn on the field just yet. Should be one coming in shortly to give him maybe the option to switch.
Yeah, looks like Boomie's really trying to shoot this gravity cancel right over the edge to maybe, or right over the ground to maybe catch that jump, but also be at that ground level too if he decides he can like get like a headshot. Just a little too early on the cancel though, so he did miss that a couple of times. However, here we go, we're back to the guitars. See how what this does for him. I need a lot of downlights in here.
Santy needs to secure this game. Gets the D-light, tries to go for the D-light the other direction, reading Boomie going over to the right. Santy needs something big here. He's going even with Boomie so far. Not a great spot when you're going up against the hammer. Has so many kill options going into this. Goes for the side light. Not time to go for those stomp side airs, but now it is after that side light. It's on the wrong side of the stage, so not quite going to be the KO option. Boomie hunting for the side air, hunting for the nair. Santy goes for the D-light into the ground pound. Didn't pivot it. Oh, almost found the dare into the recovery.
Okay. Literally the next hit's gonna take it. Essentially. At least for Undertaker. That's a, oh no, he jumped though.
Spot dodging the side signature. It is so close between these two. Oh, the nair not quite enough. The down air bouncing off the platform. The neutral signature goes high. Santy can't punish it. He finds the recovery for the punishment off the top, keeping himself alive.
Yeah, man, that was a close one for sure, man. Like, it was down to the wire, and the next hit was basically gonna win it. And Boomie definitely had. I wonder if he could have just, instead of going for the jump, could he just done the gravity cancel D-light into like falling Sair? But he went for the jump, and he jumped a little too high, and thus not able to get his Sair to hit, and that let Santy find his mark. Man, so where are we going? Getting some stage bands in here real quick.
Faison immediately in chat said, maybe you should try the great sword again. Maybe we need seconds on the great sword. And Santy's going to go over, swap off of the guitars, off of the sword, onto the Fate Pick. Going to have an orb in his hand, going to have a scythe in his hand. He's going to go orb to orb against Boomie.
Okay. So orb to orb, it will be. And now I'm kind of surprised that he did swap off of the Asuri, because the Asuri did very well. I mean, it was definitely down to the wire, but maybe he figured something out. Sometimes you get that swap when you figure something out on one character and take it and apply it to the next. You can potentially see that coming out. Although it looks like that orb is going to be canceled already, as he decided to pick up the hammer instead.
If I was Santy looking at last game, I would see the Asuri as an unsustainable gameplay model. Like, he started off really, really strong. First stock, he played so well. Then the second stock, Boomie started to figure out, started to come back. Then towards the final stock, you saw it was one hit. Last stock red for either player. Could have gone either way. I don't think he believes he could sustain that into a victory on the next game. But it is interesting that he goes for the Fate Pick. He's going to go for Orb. When he played Petra earlier, it didn't look as strong as this did. He ended up losing game one when he played Petra into the Thor. Something's completely different with the Fate, though.
Yeah, man. And it wasn't even like, I was like, it has nothing to do with the Scythe just yet. I mean, the Scythe is here. It's doing its thing. But for most of that first stock was definitely Orb. So, all right. Speaking of, finds himself his own Orb. Trying to get a little cheeky too with that down sig. It was kind of crazy that he, you know, I know it does have a hit on release as well, but here we go. Hey, Big Jukes.
Santy putting a lot of space between him and Boomie. Wants the most time he can possibly stand to be able to react to the side light side air true combo, but it's going to be two side airs from Boomie to finish it up. Swapping weapons, gonna grab the orb after throwing out a neutral light onto Santy. Weapon spawn comes left. Boomie's able to run over, grab it. Picks up that urn that contains Paul Bearer's ashes. Now going over to the hammer, keeping Santy weapon starved. Not a good spot to be in. Santy's been good work of it though, doing the best with what he can.
Okay, trying to chase him down. Finally finds that hit. Yeah, it's taking him. I was like, he's kind of weapon starting himself right now. He's doing a lot of weapon tosses that are not leading into anything. So unfortunately, he's just losing his weapon. But I'll be trying to learn how to play this range game against this Scythe. Oh! Okay, takes the shot at him.
He called out the spot dodge on that one too. Unfortunately for Santy, he wasn't ready to punish the neutral signature that came out from Boomie. That would have been his dodge down. It's going to be the sidelight side air. Not even sending off the screen yet. Thor's defense is something else.
Yes, it is. Oh, okay. The weapon toss is going to work out this time for him. Sidelight side air yet again. Another side air. Just, oh my God. Okay. Perfect toss, man. Brett Favre in the building. That's a touchdown for sure.
I think Tom Brady and the Bucs play this weekend. Hopefully Tom was looking at that one on how to nail it perfectly. It's possibly one of the best throws I've ever seen. It's beautiful. What you like to see. And then a side air from Santy as he falls back onto the main stage. Boomie's going to be able to recover. Still unable to kill Boomie. The side air just barely going to do it. Santy a little bit behind here. Final stock so important here. He is down in this set here in game 4.
It's possible. It's possible we could see a game 5 if he's able to keep playing like this, but he is playing from behind right now. He's finding these hits though. I mean, like, one thing we'll give it up, he is definitely finding these hits, adding up the damage that he can. But now back onto this power weapon of the hammer. Got to watch out. He keeps running right into that. Must be expecting Boomie to go on the defense, but absolutely not. Boomie just lands there and hits that down light. Like, what's good, bro? That's me.
Yeah, Boomie just completely called that out. Santy, I think, hit a side light. Immediate wake-up stomp from Boomie. One of the fastest moves in the game. Such a strong move to wake up with. And Boomie just completely ended that game very quickly. We're going to see some of the replays of that coming in now. There's a nice down air to clean up that first stock there. There's the side air from Boomie. Man, Santy was looking for so many side airs for the KO option.